about the impact of COVID-19 on kids. During the virtual meeting, the group of experts will also discuss the role of pediatric vaccines in the pandemic, as well as some of the uncertainties surrounding them. Internal medicine specialist and immunologist Dr. Nita Ogden is with us now to talk more about this. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. When it comes to preventing the spread of the virus in schools, is vaccinating children the most effective approach, or could just testing them for COVID be equally as effective? And I think about my own kid during this past school year. Obviously vaccines aren't available, and so that's what it was. It was, self-reporting any symptoms for you and your household before your child went to school, and then if any kid tested positive, then, that kid was pulled out, and probably also their cohort, which means it was a little disruptive, but only to sort of a small group of kids. So could vaccines or testing be equally impactful?
Good morning, Anne-Marie. And I think you're raising really good points that this symposium is going to definitely address. We have to really think, I think all of us have these anecdotal stories about how it worked in our schools, but we really have to think of the wider landscape of the United States. And in fact, many students did not go back to school. This symposium is really going to look at those widespread, unique effects of the COVID-19 pandemic on children, on emotional well-being, social development, mental health, and how that really affected even, ethnic minorities, children with disabilities more than any other lower income areas, more than any other group of students. But I think you really raise a good point. I think they want to sort of look at the risk-benefit ratio of vaccines and what could there be a global strategy that we use in certain age groups for school children. And that speaks to another conversation about global vaccine scarcity. Are we really going to put all this effort into vaccinating certain age groups, whether it be infants or the age of just 5 to 12, when the rest of the world, where the COVID epidemic continues to rage and there aren't good vaccines, they don't get those highly efficacious vaccines that we have here in the United States. So I think this is a really ongoing discussion about what should be done with this age group. And we have those trials underway, 2 trials underway for 5 to 12 years old. But they may, face some regulatory challenges, safety above